moving in at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%. Lineage like spinach. Close us out.
Hey, I have to go talk to my expired listing that will not come to terms with the market pricing, and I need some help with that.
Okay. Can we do that in the main room once we go live?
Of course.
All right. So I'm going to do the concept introduction, and then you bring that sound of flavor to it. We'll work on that.
Thank you.
Stand by, everyone. Let's see if this all works. All right. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the National Real Estate Conversation. This is Chris Hurley, and we are officially live streaming on 2 platforms. We've succeeded in the tech overwhelming obstacles, and we've gotten all the platforms up. So we're excited to be doing that both on Facebook and YouTube now. We got together in the pre-show, worked on some good content. Barb Whitney asked from Canada about what happens when people make comments on your posts about the opportunities in the spring market that are not so favorable or seem unfavorable. Let's see. And so having that opportunity to dialogue with people is really, really a good chance for us to get to know what they're thinking, and also to show people that we are the economist of choice. And that's a important value for us to bring to the people that are in your space, that you're thinking about the market. They may have visions of information that push them in a direction that say, I have an expected outcome that's just either unattainable or it's not what the market's delivering right now, and I'm not happy. And some people are just operating from a bucket of misinformation. In certain cities, there may be opportunities for homes that are the perfect opportunity, yet because you're a realtor, you see them first, you're informed about them first, and the general public is sometimes looking in the rear view mirror. Like a seller who's thinking it's 2021, are they going to have a different perspective than a seller from 2023? Yeah. I mean, it's just you're going to encounter people, and some people may feel like it's a time machine. They may look at you and say, hey, how much lower can we go on that offer? And it might not be that market, but you know the market. You spend time each day looking at it. So it's good to have that dialogue with people. And that way you are appearing as the economist of choice. When somebody doesn't find hope in the market, you show them that hope. You say, that would be an opportunity. What if we could do it like this? It's just by being active that you have those resources right here at your fingertips. And you can also come to the show and throw it out here, and people will give you some good content back. We're going to think of the concept of new information. There's 3 things that we theme up when you call and engage people. And you center on these as a way to sort of move the needle a little bit. New information causes people to act differently. What about you? What do you think? What about the people you know? What do they think? In the future, if you plan to do anything, could I be the person? Just a general concept like that. When you call somebody and you're thinking of new information, you present the new information, ask them what their opinion is, and then see if there's any further opportunity based on the new information. So if you're calling somebody in a neighborhood in just listed, just sold format, like a circle prospecting, what is the new information you're calling about?
Could be the neighbor's house that I sold around the corner.
It's new information, right, Brenda?
Mhm.
Right. And even if you didn't sell it, like Brenda sells houses in Atlanta, but if you just knew that the home sold, that new information causes people to sometimes act differently. And Brenda, just to set it up for us, what would the act differently be that you'd be looking for that the information would cause? What are the people going to be doing different?
Well, I would think they would want to know what their value is and how much they could sell their home for.
Yeah. Additional curiosity. Maybe it might cause them to sell. Usually when people see new information, they think about selling. Is that you? And then they'll say, no, it's not me. Well, who is it then? Because usually when new information enters the space, people think differently. So I'm just trying to help people make great decisions with new information. So we're going to work on a new information script today, and it works in a lot of different formats. Jenny Linich came with an expired challenge where you have a home that was on the market with somebody and came off as an expired. And we're trying to build that relationship, yet connect them with the real outcome of the market. If they were way overpriced or under conditioned, that's the type of changes we need to have. So Jenny, can you tell me a little bit about what this situation is? Set up your expired for me.
It's actually my listing. They're selling it because the husband was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Otherwise, they would not be selling. He wants to set up the family. He's in his 50s. His wife is younger, has a new baby. He has several other children. He wants to set them all up for when he's gone. And they just have a number in mind. And we had it listed. I got him to come down 350,000, but we're still over the market. We've had 6 showings. 2 were from the open house. Actually, we had 4 requests. She declined 2. So she's declined half of the showings that realtors have requested.
Did you get any sourcing of why that was a cancel? Why were we not allowed to show in that window?
I haven't been feeling well, so the house isn't in condition. And I tell all of my sellers, don't simply decline, give them an option. And if we need to talk about it, call me before you decline. So she declines, I call her, I find out why. She gives me some options. I call the other agent. They've already made other plans. Their clients are from out of town, and we don't get the showing. So it's just overpriced. They said they could buy the new home prior to selling this one. And I asked, would it be easier for them if they moved into the new home and then they didn't have to deal with the showings and I could stage the property? And there's excuses. It's 2 hours away. The husband's going to have to drive back every week to take care of the yard. I'm like, he owns a landscaping company. Can't his guys do it? It's winter. There's not a lot of landscaping to do right now. I mean, every excuse, they want that number, and the market does not support that number.
And so when I listen to that, Jenny, the information that I'd want to convey is about what top dollar houses are doing in that are selling quickly. And then talk about what we're offering. You know, the top dollar houses, how's their access? How's their condition? How's their pricing? And then when you look at our opportunity, are we giving people the most access to your property? When people come see it, is it competing at a level like the others? And knowing that, how do we make it compete?
I have all the research of every week. I sent them, these are where the showings are. Here's the homes that are showing. Here's the ones that went under contract. Let's talk about how we can be in the pool of showings. We're $500,000 over what's showing.
Yeah. So you're in a different pool. You're not going to sell.
And we're not getting any showings. I mean, all the showings are here and we're here, or the other way around. I want this for them. I just don't know how to bring them to reality. They just keep ignoring what I tell them.
They have to want it for them.
Yeah.
They have to want it for them. That the facts of the market are the activities. The data gives you the insight of what's succeeding. And when you share that with them, if they don't like that because it's too difficult for them, that's their choice, right? That's not our fault. We present the information. And if they're not going to compete to succeed, again, you're presenting how to compete to succeed, and they're choosing differently because of whatever reason. They're choosing to be overpriced, they're choosing to be inaccessible, and they're doing things that make it impossible to find the right buyer because they're looking for one buyer willing to overpay, and that's probably not realistic.
I guess I'm just looking for that Chris Hurley smooth to make a light bulb go off to get them to reconsider where they are.
In the depth of their conversations, they've got some pretty heavy things they're already talking about. And I wouldn't be afraid to just present the facts of the matter in a direct format. We're just outside the market. You're not going to succeed. These tactics that you're implementing don't attract buyers or good offers. So if we want to waste time, we can be on the market, or if you can decide to sell, here's where you can sell. And I'm here to help you sell, but I don't want you to promise an outcome that just can't be realized based on what the market looks like. So if we can talk about it frankly today, or we can talk about it each and every week that you don't get the success you want. Stephen.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Jenny, I'd be like, you know, I don't want to add more stress to your life. Your life's stressful enough. It seems that the motivation isn't there to get the house sold. So I think it's better just to not have it on the market, because any other realtor walks in like me, we're all going to be within the same $50,000 of price if they're being honest with you. And with your stress level being so high with what's going on personally, I don't think it should even be on the market right now. I think we should all take a deep breath and reset and take our time, because there's no way it's going to happen in this market. Like, originally, go back to yourself and ask yourself this question: who picked the number? They did, and you're doing them a favor because you want to do the right thing, which is totally great. And then the question really has to be, I appreciate it. I was trying to do a favor for you. You guys are stressed out. There's so much going on. It's tough to make big decisions when other emotional decisions are going on. And as a professional realtor, real estate's an emotional and logical process. It's not just buying something off the shelf at Amazon.
Well, and I thought we were pushing the market. I thought there was an opportunity. The market has shown us that that's not the case. So,
Yeah, I mean, there's so much stress going on. I would just back it down. It's just easier.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure.
We have to be in charge of the information and be confident enough to have powerful conversations with folks and be able to help them see what's the possible outcome so that they can make informed decisions and not waste time. Carol Moore, do you want to throw something in before we jump to the content?
Sure. I had a similar situation where a client, she knew she was dying and didn't know how long she was going to live. And in her mind, she was trying to take the stress off her family and wanting to sell. And I spoke to her about talking to an attorney to set up things, how she wanted things to happen, live in her house that she loved. And I just assured her I would help her family when she passes and to follow the directions with the attorney. And she agreed. And that's exactly what happened. She got to live in her house, that she loved until she passed away. Her grandson called me the day after she passed, and we put the house on the market and carried things out to her wishes. And that lessened all the stress for her, for me, for the whole family. So that might be an option too, because they're trying to accomplish everything at one time while he's sick. It's very stressful.
Thank you.
And-
That's very helpful.
And the laundry list, it all gets clouded together, right? The maintenance, the cleaning, and it all just seems like this huge obstacle. So Carol's suggestion, I think, narrowing the direction, I think that's a good one.
That was excellent. Thank you.
So think about the new information concept. If you were introducing new information to people, what does that sound like? If you have a list of buyers from 2023 that you met at an open house who paused because of what happened, what happened in 2023 that caused all the buyers to freak out? Interest rates went up. So new information for those people would sound like what? Who wants to do new information call to a buyer you met from last year? What's that sound like? You can raise your digital hand and call me. I'll be normal. Go, Diane Loomis.
Okay. Am I the buyer or am I the agent?
You're the realtor. I'll be the buyer.
Okay. All right. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hey there. It's Diane Loomis, your favorite realtor. How have you been?
I'm sorry. Who's this?
It's Diane Loomis. We talked last year when you were talking about
the
buying that
realtor.
house.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We met at that open house. It's been a bit. Yeah. How are you? Thank you for calling.
Sorry, I thought it was more personal. Oh, excellent. Hey, I know that you folks were intent on finding a house last year and it kind of dropped out of the market with all that was going on. Tell me, did you find a house?
We did not find a house. We're still renting.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you weren't keen on paying someone else's mortgage, and you sound like you really wanted to get into your own place. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I mean, we will eventually, but we signed another lease for 6 months, so we'll probably look
Mm-hmm.
at something when interest rates come down.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. When's the lease up?
The lease is up in June.
Okay. Perfect timing then. Glad I called. This might be the time you want to get started. Do you know anything about what the interest rates are doing right now?
Yeah, I haven't checked.
Okay.
I,
Okay. Well, then you're going to be happy to know that they're coming down already.
oh,
Right. And that's what you're looking for in order to purchase, right?
yeah, definitely. We're, looking for lower interest rates. That really kept us out of it. Um,
Yeah, I remember. All right. Well, luckily I called today. It sounds like it might be the time for us to get together and regroup, set your plans so we get your property before perhaps the rates go real crazy, because you know how nuts it can get when there's more competition, right?
yeah, well, what would be the next step? I mean, we hadn't
Yeah.
done anything for a bit. What would we do?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking probably we get together with the your lender. Would you like to do that in person or on Zoom?
I'll send him an email and see what he's got going on. I hadn't heard from him for a bit, so
Hmm.
let me send a message over and see what's happening with the mortgage rates.
Okay, awesome. How about if I check in with you tomorrow morning about this time? Would that be good?
Yeah, that'd be fine. You can give me a call back then, and I should have that information ready.
All right. Now, my appointments are booking up. A lot of folks like you are jumping back in the market because they know the rates are going down. Why don't we pencil in something for Monday or Tuesday? Which works best for you?
Do it on Monday. That's an easier day for me. Tuesday we have team meetings and a bunch of stuff going on.
Right, right. Okay, so 12 o'clock work good for you?
Yeah, 12 o'clock would be good. You can give me a shout then.
All right, very good. I'll send out a Google invite and then we'll just catch up tomorrow morning with your lender information. All right?
That sounds great, Diane. Thanks for calling back. I appreciate the follow-up.
Awesome. All right, talk to you tomorrow.
Diane Loomis threw out a couple extra scripts there. Surely heard those. I like that, Diane. That was smart. You'll pick up certain things of tie downs and ways to make it real natural. Diane role modeled a bunch of different ones. And the basic effort today is you have new information. The market is going to change. Opportunities are going to be there. Your mission is to communicate that to people. And it may be people you know, it may be buyers you've met, it may be circle prospecting. Because there may be people who weren't able to perform in previous markets and they have equity in the home, but they didn't want to make a 7% interest rate. But now they're in a chance they could actually do a buy down below 6 even. If you could get a below 6% interest rate, would you still sit on the fence or would you make a move? Let's go talk with a lender and see how that happens. So the concept is new information. What would you introduce to people that is new information and then ask them to do things differently? That's the mission of communicating with people and seeing how you can create some leads for these activities today. So new information is the script. If you go into breakout rooms down below, you can get your chance to practice. Usually a group with 2 or 3 people is a great workout group. Then we'll come back just before the top of the hour with golden bumper sticker nuggets. Double thumbs up. See you on the other side.
Hey, Chris, what did you mean by and get them to do something differently?
So Diane, you've been on the fence. I was on the fence,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now if the new information entices me to be off the fence, right? That's what we're looking
Yeah.
for. So if
Okay.
doing something different would look like, hey, you've been on the fence.
Okay. Get
Would
off
you
the fence.
Yeah. Why don't we go look at
Okay.
houses or talk to a lender or get some more information that would be helpful for you? Could we do
Okay.
that?
Actually, thanks just for by saying that. I'm recalling one of my buyers who is the fence sitter. So that's
Oh.
perfect. Okay.
Guys, we have met so many folks over the past 24 months that have done something different and they didn't buy houses and they're waiting for some new information that we could bring to the table. And many of it is this paralysis around interest rates. I've got an investor who's sitting on the fence with interest rates. He's an investor. He doesn't need to move, but when those interest rates are affordable for him, he's going to jump at it because he's an experienced person and that's the kind of people you want to introduce new information to because they're waiting for us to bring them the bacon, so to speak. All right, here in the main room, you can say whatever you'd like. Hey, Arturo, did you hear we captured Memo? We brought him to Katy, Texas.
What? Say it again.
Guillermo has been captured and moved to Katy, Texas.
Oh, really?
He is. He found out that breakfast tacos in Houston are really good. He literally called me. He said,
That's
"Man,
awesome.
you aren't kidding. Breakfast tacos in Houston are amazing." I'm like, I'm not kidding.
He grew up in a place that it's very close to where I grew up as well. Like,
Oh, really?
we are, and I think we are about the same generation.
I think you're a little bit older, but I'm just saying. Hey, Ronnie D, what's up?
Chris, you covered Dale, Texas.
I saw your text, and you are amazing. You think that the show happens and that there's this alter ego that's answering text messages in the middle of it.
Of course there is.
Of course there is. I'll get my minions on it. I only have 2 hands.
Do you?
Oh, I only have 2 hands. Dale, Texas.
It's 1 hour north of Houston.
Yeah, I'm seeing it here. Yeah, I can do Dale, Texas.
Perfect.
Actually, Dale, Texas is about 45. Yeah, do that. It's about 45 minutes from me here in Austin.
Yeah. Secondly, they're looking for the script in the breakout rooms. It's not in the chat, they said.
No, it's just new information. What would you say for new information? Right. So the script, the script is bring new information to the table. What's that sound like?
So Susie, I always love this follow-up script. I don't care if you're a buyer or seller. Typically, I learned this from the buyer way. Ring, ring, hi. Hey, hello? I'm just going to update my files to see if you're still in the market to buy a home or if you've already purchased or decided to rent.
No, we're sticking tight. The interest rates are too high.
Fantastic. Let me ask you, what do you mean by the interest rates being too high?
Well, I think when we met you, we talked with a lender back then. It was like 7.5%. So I don't. We've got a 5% now, so I don't want to jump mortgages and do that.
Oh, I hear you. Would it be interesting to let you know that the interest rates have come down a little bit? And I'd like to just let you know that as we have heard or found out from our lenders, because it dropped 1%, it now opened the door to 5 million buyers nationwide. So if you're in a market to sell, the opportunity is there to let the buyers fight over your home. Would that be of some interest to you? And when could we best sit down to strategize this?
Well, why don't we wait and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in the market if the interest rates really come down and buyers really come back.
Fantastic. I still would like to either weekdays or weekends meet with you just to give you that information, let you sit on that and let you digest it and make it work for you. What would be better for you?
Hey, Ronnie, do you think it's going to be easier to make a decision when the pressure's on or when it's kind of you got a long way to line up that runway?
But that's the reason I want to meet, to just give you all the information so you can take that time to digest it. And then when you're ready, we'll move forward.
I helped you with your script, but yeah, that's it. Think about that. Who heard 5 million? Who heard the buyer thing as an incentive for the listing on the fence? Did you hear the motivation for buyers? With the interest rates moving in the direction that they are, they're projecting more than 5 million home buyers. Is it 5 million, Ronnie? That's a huge number.
Thanks to Byron Mins for telling us that, because that's what his lenders shared with us.
All right,
listen, Byron.
What do you think would happen if 5 million buyers came back into the market because interest rates came down?
Well, if I'm a seller, it's going to create some, competition.
Do you want to be part of that competition?
If I'm the seller?
I'm in the middle of the script, but yeah, sure.
Sure. If I'm the buyer? No. I shouldn't have waited.
No, I totally understand. But the good news is, Ronnie, you don't have to wait any longer. We can get good interest rates today, and there's still not all the buyers on the market. Do you want to compete in a market like this one where we don't have to do multiple offers on every home?
No, I'm not going through that mess again.
That's why it makes sense for us to meet this week and get the details worked out in front of us. Can you meet on Friday, or would Saturday be better?
Let me do Saturday, because then I'm off on Saturday. I can do what I want.
Yep. Let's do it Saturday. I'll send you a Google Calendar invite. Are you familiar with using that?
Yeah, because sometimes there's an apology waiting to happen if I don't put that on.
It is. Oh, I hadn't heard that in a long time. Thank you for bringing that one back up. Good golly, I hadn't heard. That's a good one, Ronnie. I mean, if I don't put it down, it's an apology waiting to happen. So I got to send you this Google Calendar invite, Ian. Ian, what's your email address?
Ian at KW.
Is it really? Miriam, we're doing new information. Miriam, I'm a buyer that you met at an open house last year. Can you call me with new information and see if you can get me off the fence? Can you talk now, Miriam? Who wants to do a buyer or seller? Let's do it.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's Viola Tayafaro, KW. How have you been doing?
Oh my gosh, Viola, how have you been? I haven't seen you for, gosh, it's been ages. How did the holidays go?
Everything is great, great, great. I wanted to let you know today that there's an article out that interest rates are going down, and they're projecting about 5,000 new buyers coming to the market. Let me ask you about 5 million. 5 million, thanks. I got corrected by my friend here. Coming to the market. Let me ask, are you ready to get back to the market?
Well, the interest rates were way too high. What are they projected to come down to?
Well, right now they're looking like they're coming down by 4%, 5%. So we're somewhere between 6.
I'm sorry, Chris. I can't hear her.
Hold on. We're good. We're good with it, Everett. Hang in there. Go ahead, Viola.
You can't hear me?
You're good. Go ahead.
Okay. So they're coming down to about 6%, roughly that area, depending upon your credit. So of course you have an opportunity to buy down, which is the trend of position. So let me ask you, other than the interest rate, was there anything else holding you back from purchasing?
No, it's just the interest rates. They're way too high.
This is a great time to take a look at the market. Also, we want to take advantage of the fact that right now, not all buyers are actually market because they're still considering the interest rate, which means that when they jump in, what do you think will happen?
Well, I think they'll probably jump in the market too.
Right, and if they jump in the market, what will happen is you'll have prices more. And also, the prices will increase. Prices will have increase because of the demand. So it's a great time to be considering your position. Are you ready to get back to market?
Why don't we talk about it? Send me some information and let's look at what the new interest rates would do.
Well, I definitely can do that. Are you available tomorrow about 5 o'clock? I'd like to go over some information with you.
Yeah, let's meet tomorrow.
Okay, great. Is 5 o'clock good?
Yes, 5 o'clock would work.
Great, I see that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Viola. All right. You know, the practice part of it, you have to persevere in the practice, and Viola is here to practice. She and I know each other, and I want to honor people who do step up and want to get better at those words. I want to honor you for taking your time to really step out on stage and show people this is how we practice. We carry enthusiasm and good energy. And imagine if you had Viola's call 20 times today, and the interaction sounded like what we had: value, engagement. In the end, you're attracting those relationships that are true value leads. They're not just names and phone numbers, because they get information from you and they value it. And then if you offer information and they don't value it, it sounds like that too. You understand who the people are that we are dealing with, and if we want to deal with them. Some people may have heard Jenny's conversation with the expired listing and have said, man, I don't want to deal with that. But that's part of the information dialogue we're looking to have, bringing people the right information and having them, step up to engage what that looks like for them. Back on the other side. Golden bumper sticker nuggets. You can thank some people that you had to work out with. and throw it into the chat, or raise your digital hand like Julie Hess is role modeling, John Tramble in Kansas City is role modeling, and just thank people. Everybody loves to get some gratitude thrown around before we start the journey today. So Hershey, PA, Julie Hess, what say you?
Hey, good morning. Thank you. So my little bumper sticker is just don't prejudge. You know, we never know what we don't know until we know, and our perception's based on our own background. And so don't assume because somebody's not calling you or returning your phone call or picking it up. And when they do, have fun with it. Like, hey, you know, but just don't assume that they don't want to hear from you. And that's what we kind of scripted in our group.
The favorite realtor line, Julie, starts that off. You commit to saying, "Hey, it's your favorite realtor," they laugh. They laugh. And that's what we want. We want it to start on a fun note. So John T, what say you and KC?
Well, I was going to say if I can use the favorite bald-headed realtor. I don't know. Anyway, hey, if you guys weren't in room one, you guys missed a good time. Armando Rivera is excellent at asking questions. So that's what I'm going to work on today, is asking more questions instead of just spewing out stuff.
Get curious, and then you can succeed. Armando is a stalwart realtor, been in the business for a very long time, and we're honored that he works out with us here. Armando, thank you. And you two can come back tomorrow. It is Takeover Thursday. Bernadette is teaching live in Houston today, so she'll be back tomorrow for Takeover Thursday. And I'll be back for Friday and see you there. Again, Friday morning at 7:05 Eastern. If you want to jump on this link and do a rosary with me, you can do that too. We do that on Fridays. So we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. I saw Aziz here. I didn't see Lisa Prilliman. Lisa Prilliman, are you here today?
No.
Aziz, close us out, please.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. You received your inspiration. Now put in the perspiration.
Woo!
Thank you, Aziz.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Aziz.
Thank you, Ziz.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Great day.
Thanks,
Have a
everyone.
successful day.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.